back to Cooking at Pam's Place. I'm Chef Pam and we're getting ready to make deviled eggs. Oh my goodness. Easter is around the corner and a lot of people will have a lot of eggs in their house. And deviled eggs is an awesome way to go ahead and use them up. It also pairs well coming into the summer with cookouts and things like that. I have them for breakfast office all year long. They are just amazingly delicious and so easy and simple to make. And if you want to learn how to make all kind of homemade food and dishes, easy, simple, made from scratch, take a second and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell so you won't miss anything. And then just keep hanging around because I have a whole channel full of recipes that'll get you there. Let's get busy. We are back and the first thing I'm going to do is go over the ingredients. Really simple. You probably have them all in your pantry. I will have the exact ingredients, measurements, and everything in the description. Of course, star of the dish, our eggs. You will need some eggs, of course. Mayo. I like to use full fat mayo. You can use light mayo or Miracle Whip or anything that you want, but for my recipe, you want to use mayonnaise. I need a little pickle juice. So I have the whole jar of pickles here, but I'm only going to use maybe a spoonful of pickle juice, if that much. And you're going to need some pickle relish. You can use dill relish or sweet relish. I'm actually using some sweet relish in mine. And a little paprika, which will be at the end for garnish. That's pretty much it, and they are absolutely amazing. Now, before we get started, I want to talk just a little bit about the eggs themselves. Of course, you'll need to boil your eggs. Now, I'm not going to show you how to boil the eggs because there's really not much to see. They're in water and they're boiling. But I am going to tell you exactly how to boil an egg if you want a perfect hard-boiled egg every single time. Okay? You don't have to worry about, oh, how long has my egg been boiling? Is it done? Is it not done? What's going to happen when I crack it open? You will know if you follow exactly what I am about to tell you. Listen carefully, go get pen and paper if you want to. I'm going to tell you how to boil an egg. Now, the first thing you want to do is get your eggs. It doesn't matter if you're cooking 1 egg or 20 eggs. Take your eggs and put them in a deep pot. Not huge, but just a deep pot. Cover them with cold water. Crucial, cover them with cold water. Take them to your stove, put them on the stove, turn your eye on high. Whether it's electric stove or a gas stove, turn it on high. Put a top on the pot. Let it come up to a rolling boil. You know, you see those bubbles, they're bubbling. A rolling boil. As soon as you see your eggs boiling, I need for you to remove them from the heat. If you are using a gas stove, simply turn your eye off. However, if you are using an electric stove, when you cut your eye off, your heat is not going to stop. There's residual heat that's going to continue to come up. So if you are using an electric stove, I need you to cut the heat off, pick the pot up, and sit the pot somewhere else, either on the stove, on your countertop, with something under it, anywhere where there is no more heat. Do not take the top off. Leave the top on, sit the pot to the side, and go do something else for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, that's it. 10 minutes, okay? Now, you can put your timer on for 10 minutes. You can look at your watch for 10 minutes. You can count down for 10 minutes. I don't care what you do. But at 10 minutes, you have a perfectly hard-boiled egg. Now, do not worry if you go 15 minutes. You can go and do something else in your house and come back 15 to 20 minutes later. As long as you leave it in that hot water off of the heat for 10 minutes, you will have a perfectly boiled egg. Now, one more thing, and then we're going to get to making ours because I've already boiled my eggs. They're already ready to go. When peeling the eggs, so many people say, I can't peel the eggs. All my eggs come out in it. Let me tell you something about peeling the eggs. You can peel the egg just as well as anyone else. What is going on is not you, it is the egg. The fresher the egg, the better it's going to peel. So now, if you are peeling a bunch of eggs and most of your egg is coming off when you peel it, that's an indication that your eggs aren't fresh. Doesn't mean they're not good, and it doesn't mean you can't eat them, but they're not the freshest of the fresh. If you crack that egg and that peel just comes right off, you got a fresh egg. So let's get busy. Okay, so as you guys can see, I have two perfectly boiled and peeled eggs right here. So my eggs were fresh and I boiled them just the way I told you to. So the first thing you want to do is get a knife, set that aside because they're rolling, and cut it in half the long way. So straight down so you won't break your white. And cut both of them open. Then you want to take your yolk out. Pull it apart away from the white just a little bit. Take your knife and it should fall right out. A little bit left in there. Take your knife and just get it out. Or if it's a little, really little bit, just leave it in. Again, open it up a little bit. That allows the yolk to just fall out just like that. This is the same if you're doing just 2 eggs like I have here, or if you're doing 22. Okay, now we're going to set this aside and go ahead and get our filling done. So the first thing you want to do is take a fork and mash your filling up. And I will have the recipe down below for a dozen eggs. And you can cut it down or make it more from there. Now we'll add our mayo in, and you can always add more. So always add just a small amount at first because you can't take it out, but you can put more in. From there, we're going to add in our pickle relish. Again, we can always add more after we see how it's going to go. Before I add my pickle juice in, go ahead and get this well combined. You want it smooth but not liquefied. So just mix it until it's smooth enough, and then we're going to add in just a drop of pickle juice. We're going to add in just a drop of pickle juice. That's going to help smooth it out and give it an awesome flavor. Go ahead and mix that in until it's nice and smooth. Okay, now that it's nice and smooth, you want to go in, and this is optional, just a tad bit of salt and a tad bit of white pepper. And I like the white pepper because I don't like the black flakes throughout my deviled eggs. Go ahead, stir that up, mix that to combine. From there, bring our eggs back over, and now you want to go ahead and fill them. Use your judgment as to how much, but about half a tablespoon in each one. You want to fill them up first, and then if you have more filling, you can go back and add more. But you want to make sure you have enough for each one first. Now we can go back and add a little more to the ones that may need it. Don't push it down in there because you're leaving some height onto your deviled eggs for a real nice presentation. So let it sit up high. Okay, now that we have them all filled, last but not least, you just want to kind of go in and prick them a little bit with the fork, making sure they sit up and they're all nice and even in there. Presentation goes a long way when you're cooking and serving people, and you're getting little peaks on there. Those little peaks make it look good. Now, if you want to be extra fancy, you can fill a pastry bag and you can put them in there that way. I just prefer to do it this way. It's quick and easy. And then you want to go in for a little garnish. So I'm going to put in just a little bit of paprika on top. all done. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate each and every one of you all. I'm going to bring you up close so you can take a really good look. Hey guys, we are all done. Don't they look amazing? If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I really do appreciate each and every one of you all. I would really, really appreciate it deep down in my heart if you could share the video out and give it a like. And tell your friends and family and everyone you know that cooking at Pam's Place is teaching you how to cook easy, simple meals made from scratch. Okay guys, thank you all once again, and I will see you next time. The good Lord will it, and the creek don't rise.